Hey everyone, it's Mark with Mark's Virtual Real Estate Channel. We're back with another Upland video, and today we're talking about the FIFA challenge as well as stores and some other issues in Upland right now. All right, love the likes, love the comments, love the shares. I also have a real estate channel, Mark Ferguson Invest for More, which will have a very exciting video later today. We're doing the squatter eviction, which I've been looking forward to for a long time. These are people who moved into one of my apartments after another tenant left with no lease, never paid rent. Somehow the judge granted them another hearing. It's just been crazy. So really excited to see what this place looks like in a good and bad way and to actually have possession of it again. So I always film all of those, and we'll see how this one goes. All right, so right now we are looking at the fan leaderboard for the weekly FIFA challenge. And if you're new to Upland, it's a virtual real estate game where you can buy properties, rent properties, build on properties, and they have these different challenges. Sometimes have nothing to do with properties, like the FIFA challenge here for the World Cup. Now, these leaderboards can be kind of hard to find sometimes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to link to all of them below in the comments so people can find them, and in the description below too, just so it's an easy link for you to come back to if you want to find that scoreboard easily. And there's a few different scoreboards that you might care about right now. Now with the FIFA challenge, the goal is to complete collections, buy legits, trade for legits, buy bundles, get certain things, and get your fan points up. Now for the weekly challenge, which is what this is, they base it on the difference between your starting point before the challenge starts and your ending point when the challenge ends. So one thing you can do, which is a little late now, I know, but is you can uncomplete all your collections before these challenges. That lowers your fan points because you get bonuses when you complete those collections, and then build it back up again once the challenge starts. So on this particular one, I believe I'm on here somewhere. There I am. I'm 69th place with 21,000 points gained. So that's the difference between the start and what I have right now. I have one first place jersey I need to complete one side, completely complete one side of the collection. It's like a 1930 first place, I think. So if anybody has one, wants to trade me, please let me know or send me a trade. I would love to complete that. So I'm 69, so I should get some spark, some upics for that weekly challenge. This is the last weekly challenge before that, and I think I was 70th or something on that. I haven't been, doing crazy amazing on any of them, but I've been on there enough to get some spark and some upics. Same with this one. All the challenges I should place in the top 100. I was 48th right there. That was my best finish, and got a little more spark, a little more upics, but you had to be kind of in the top 20, I think, top 20 or 30. You got more prizes. There was some properties and different stuff. So we'll see how that goes on this one. But I spent most of my upics, probably 200,000 to 300,000 upics, probably closer to 300,000 if I'm being honest with myself. The first week, buying bundles, buying some rares, doing things like that. So that's where I got most of my points, and I've just been kind of working off that since then, and not buying a bunch of bundles or a ton of things, just kind of here and there, so not spending a lot. So I was able to place in the top 100 in each of those challenges without spending a ton, but to get in the very, very top where you're, 100,000, 200,000 change, I mean, you've got to be spending literally millions of upics or thousands of dollars to get there, I would think. It's just crazy. So that is not something I wanted to do. Now, along with some of the challenges we've seen Upland having on these, the FIFA scorecard fan challenge, whatever they want to call it, you might remember last week, or maybe it was a week and a half ago, they were selling bundles. All the rares got sent to the first people. It wasn't distributed evenly. They pulled off the sales. They said they would reimburse people for packages they bought to make up for it. Well, I got reimbursed. I only bought like one or two packages during that. Like one $10,000 package and one $5,000 upics, not dollar, upics package. And I think that's all I spent. They sent me 3 passes. 3 of those passes, which are pretty valuable. And I could not believe that because I heard other people in our Discord. We have the Lazy Node Discord. It's linked below as well. Please join us. There's lots of reasons to do that. And other people have spent a couple 100,000 upics and got 2 passes. Like, it did not seem like that was distributed evenly, which is kind of crazy. And it took them forever to get those sent out too. So while we're all doing these challenges and trying to gain points and different things, people spend a whole lot of money, a whole lot of upics, and those first, those passes didn't come till just now for the last challenge. So that was a little disappointing on Upland's part, for one, making that massive mistake, which is very hard to undo. And two, it doesn't seem like they came back through and evenly distributed the prizes how they should have been. So that was disappointing. And we had some other issues with Upland as well that I think are disappointing. But first, let's look at the other fan leaderboards. That's not it. Okay. Here's another one. This is the total final fan score leaderboard. So this is the one where tons of prizes are given away. 1 million UPICs, a stadium, cars, village properties. Basically, anyone who places in the top 100 gets properties, a block explorer, quite a bit of stuff, 40,000 UPICs, and Spark. This is extremely challenging. Abdullah has 600,000 points. I think, like I said, where I've spent my 300,000 and some, I probably can't even find it there. We'll see if I can pull it up here. UPICs, I am not in the top 100. I am, oh, come on, it never finds. That's another disappointing thing, is whenever, so many times it doesn't find my username when I try and do that. I'm at like 36,000 UPICs, something like that. And I am not in the top 100. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get in the top 100 if I want to spend enough, do enough to get there. Oh, God, it's at 58,000 now. Oh, man, I'm going to be where I should be around here. There I am. 188. I'd have to almost double what I have now to get there. I just don't know if that's worth it. I really don't think so. And it's not just the money you're spending. It would be the time. Buying all these things, getting your score up, that would just take a whole lot, and I don't think it's worth it. And the other disappointing thing with Upland here, too, is they didn't release this until like a week ago, maybe less than that. We've had all these other challenges going up. We had no idea how they were going to score this final challenge. They told us we were qualifying for it the whole time. They told us the prizes, just had no idea if it's final score or something else. And so it would have been nice to know ahead of time what that was going to be. So I'll link to this one as well. And then we have, that's the, this is their other challenge they have going on, where if you send your guy to places, spawn a treasure, sell a legit, buy a legit, swap a legit, you get points, and then you end up being in a drawing to get different prizes. I never, ever seem to win these, and I'm doing some of it, but not really because I'm trying to win this challenge, more because it's just stuff I would be doing anyway. So I'll link to this leaderboard as well, too. And the other really annoying thing here as well, let's see if it pulls up my name, is the first day. I know. Oh, no, they changed it. Okay, 100 points the first day, 45 yesterday. I know I had more than 45 points yesterday, too. But the first leaderboard said I had 25 points on Monday. And I knew I had way more. So that wasn't exactly accurate either. So if your points are way off, maybe wait a day. Maybe they'll fix that. So those are the leaderboards. And then there's some other issues, too. Oh, before I talk about those. Exchanging your FIFA passes for mementos. I did that too, and I was able to exchange my Group A pass for a scarf, which was worth 400 fan points, probably worth 40 to 50,000 UPICs. Definitely well worth exchanging it. But what's crazy is if we go through this and look at it, one, they aren't just letting everybody exchange them all the time. They have this weird beta layout and drop, and like, why don't they just, let everybody do it all the time? I don't know. And we don't know when they'll be doing the next, drops where you'll be able to exchange stuff. But these are the different passes, and you get rare stuff for the passes. They're worth more because of that. It says in here, there are probabilities. Players start with a pass score based on the game pass tier, pass, VIP, platinum. A player's fan score adds a multiplier to that pass score. The pass score combined with the fan score determines the player's exchange score. So player exchange scores are compared for those with passes, blah, 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 blah. Basically what they're saying is the higher your fan score is, the better memento you'll get, which I think is really silly. like, why should people who have the most money and are spending the most on the challenge get an advantage over people who are just starting or just learning the game and don't have as much money to compete in here? Is this just a push to try and get people to spend more money on the game and buy more mementos? But it seems like an easy thing to do would just have everyone get an even chance. Why is there an advantage for people when they have a higher fan score? It seems like that just kind of really, takes an advantage away and fun away from people who may be playing it just for fun, get a few things, trade some stuff, and maybe make a little bit of money trading, because there's no possible way they could be on the leaderboards because you have to spend a lot of UPICs. Whereas now they're even more disincentivized to do this and get passes because they won't get as good of stuff as the people who have all the money. So that seemed really weird they're doing that to me. All right, and the final thing I want to talk about here on this challenge that really I think is really weird and another issue with the game overall is the stores. So you can buy FIFA Legits, sell FIFA Legits at certain stores. We have different types of stores all over Upland. You have, are these real football Legits? Oh, they don't have any. Never mind. Obviously, some stores have stuff and some don't. This is a Block Explorer. So the frustrating thing is there's no real list of the stores anywhere. Maybe there is another site that lists some of the stuff for sale. Maybe it does. But it sure would be nice if there was a list of the different stores in different areas and you could just click on them and go to them. But to be able to see like what these stores are, you kind of have to click on them. Here's one. And you can see what they have for sale and how much they cost. And there's passes, shirts. That's expensive. You'll see different prices all over the different stores. So I've bought a few things at these because they were super cheap or I needed one. I wasn't able to trade for them. I've bought a few rare things that I think were very affordable, good deals. I'm always looking for a good deal. These are very expensive though. But the thing that was really, I think, that's a good deal on that pass. But again, I think Upland messed up on is they only have a few of these stores in every city. And there's hundreds of thousands of legits out there. Like so many legits. And to be able to find a store that will actually sell your stuff, you either have to know the person or get extremely lucky. I've gotten extremely lucky and listed some stuff in some stores, but I did not know the person. I had no relationship. I just got lucky that my stuff, they needed some stuff at the time, or they liked my stuff, they liked my prices, whatever it was. And then Upland had said, oh, we're going to add more stores. They haven't. They haven't added any stores. And what I think is the worst part about this is whenever they do something like this, have stores, have, any kind of new thing, they always say we're doing a beta test with a few people. And those few people, right, are usually people who they know well and have relationships with. The rest of us don't have that opportunity to be in those beta tests or have stores. And it's like, well, how do they get picked? Why do they get picked over other people? These stores are making a whole lot of money in taxes and fees and selling stuff. A whole lot of money. And they said they have all these applications for new stores. I've been watching. I haven't seen any new ones come up and get approved. Maybe I missed a few, but it's not like there's a lot because I just don't see them anywhere. And if this is supposed to be decentralized, not run by certain people, this seems like the complete opposite, where it's like you have to apply, you have to do all this stuff, and it's just individual people approving this store here, this store here. How are they coming up with who gets approved and doesn't get approved? Why are there no more stores being approved? Why do we have to go through this process in the first place to have a store? If it was completely decentralized, there should be a cut and dry automatic process on who gets a store, right? You do this, you do this, you do this. The machines, the blockchain decides you get a store. You don't get a store. If you mess up, maybe you go to jail if there's some rules being broken, something like that. But why in the world is it limited to just special people who Upland likes or are first or however that happens? And it's very limiting, makes it very difficult for people to sell stuff, to buy stuff. And that's one of the most disappointing things. And it's not just with FIFA, it's with NFL Legits, it's with Block Explorers, different things. All these rules you have to follow, and all the stuff you've got to have to get a store, and then they have to manually approve it. Why isn't that an automated process? Why aren't more people allowed to have stores and sell stuff? I think it should be more of a free market than popularity contest or a manual approval process. Would it be tricky with thousands of stores all over? Yeah, but that's real world too, right? There's millions of stores all over right now. We have to find them. Those stores market themselves. Those stores have websites. Those stores go after people to sell their stuff. And that's real life. And so if they let more people have stores, maybe those people are then making their own website, having Facebook groups, have our Discord channels. It becomes more of a competitive real world market and would actually expand outside of Upland for marketing those stores and trying to build real businesses where that could actually bring a lot of attention to Upland. That's just my thoughts on that side of it. Right now it seems silly. There's so few stores and that's so limiting. And just a few people are able to rack in lots and lots of money while others are kind of stuck. Now, we do have our Discord. It's linked below. We have a channel specifically dedicated to selling FIFA legits on Discord. If you want to join, list your stuff there. You can sell UPICs, you can swap them, you can trade them. You might be able to swap for properties or different things you can do without going through their stores as well. So there is a chance there to work that. All right. I've got to get out of here. My eviction's coming up soon. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know what ideas you have. And yeah, if you need to find those scoreboards, I'll have them linked below. Thanks for watching. Be back soon.